Hello, everyone. Sgt K here. I hope you are having a great day, and I look forward to doing this particular episode. This one's going to be a little tough, in that I got to keep my thoughts clear on this. So now there's this movement of women who are lefties, okay, who are calling themselves the 4B movement. Now, where did that come from? That came from a South Korean, I think it was. Was it South Korean, maybe North Korean, but it was Korean movement some years ago, and it comes from a Korean word, which I do not remember when I looked it up, that says no. The word means no. So therefore, B's. That word begins with a B, and it means no dating, no sex with men, no this, no that, no having babies, no marriage, blah, blah, blah. And it's something that they did not think out very well. It's insulting. I'm going to state where the insults come from, and then frankly, I'm going to make fun of it a little bit, make fun of them a little bit. You know, you want to shave your head, you want to swear off men and shave your head. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it. Just shut up and do it. Shut up and do it. You think that men need you? What is there, like 10 women for every one guy in the world? If a man wants to find a wife, he can do it. By the way, these are not all girlfriends. Some of these are married women. And that's unbiblical. You're not supposed to withhold from one another. From one another. Don't use sex as a weapon. That's not healthy for a marriage. Anyway, I digress. So they're going to shave their heads as part of this protest. If I were a cancer patient, a woman cancer patient who is undergoing chemotherapy and was losing my beautiful hair and going through what I'm going through, what these women are doing would be just a little bit more than insulting and hurtful. You know, the people on the left that are always crying that they are offended, don't care if they offend somebody else. They don't think about anybody else. All they think about is themselves because they want abortion so bad. And you're not going to have sex with men. Well, I fail to see the problem there. If you're not having sex, you're not getting pregnant. And if you're not getting pregnant, then you're not going to be in need of the abortion that you want. Where's the downside? You're not committing a sin by having sex with someone you're not married to, and you're not committing a second sin by killing an innocent baby. Now, let's get back to the bald head. Do you know that there are some people out there with this disease called alopecia? I had a friend once who had alopecia and couldn't grow hair to save his life. As a kid growing up, I knew a young guy when I was living in Chicago who had alopecia. And, what about them? What about them? You don't think you're offending or insulting or hurting them with what you're doing? You did not think this through. You gave a knee-jerk reaction, which frankly, lefties are famous for. Look at what you did. You got rid of Joe Biden, and in your knee-jerk reaction, you put Kamala Harris out there, who didn't stand a fart's chance of swimming uphill in a hurricane of winning the presidency. Okay? And you're hurting people with your stupidity. You're hurting people. So shave away. If that's what you want to do, shave away. But I guarantee you, you're not going to look as beautiful as the woman that was in the Star Trek movie who shaved her head for the role. That woman was beautiful. In fact, some of you, yeah, some of you are, as Abraham Lincoln once put it, uncomely. Look up the word. Uncomely. He actually described Mary Todd Lincoln as uncomely. How he got away with that one, I will never know. But I received a message on social media. Well, actually, it's a texting service from Africa. And my friend, who is in university becoming a doctor, he's a very learned person, and he keeps an eye on America. And I can tell you that Africans are very, very happy that Donald Trump has become president of the United States because they could not stomach Barack Obama or Joe Biden. Wow. What kind of statement does that make? That Barack Obama was not loved in what they call East African nations. But anyway, he was laughing the whole time he's sending me this video message about these 4B women, because he's like, have you looked up their videos? Have you looked up their videos? None of them are good-looking enough women that anybody would want to have sex with them in the first place. So their argument makes no sense. Their demonstration and protest makes no sense. And I was like, oh. You know, we in America, we have got to just knock it off, okay? People on the left always sitting there saying, you guys on the right, you know, our president is our president, and you need to grow up and get over it. And now that you didn't get your way, you don't want to live by your own words of growing up and getting over it. You got 4 years coming to Donald Trump. And frankly, if I'm being honest, I'm glad to see it because I want the border shut down. The only thing that you guys, Democrats, brought to the table was the abortion issue. That's all you brought to the table. Kamala Harris talked in circles. And Americans just are not stupid enough to fall for the circular talk. Answer a question. Just give a straightforward answer. You know, some of the stuff that she did and the way she talked in circles and never answered questions, that's telling the American people, I just think you're stupid. She lost the election. You got 4 years of Donald Trump, and 4 years you're going to have another chance to get somebody in. And this whole thing of misogyny, let me talk about that as well. This whole thing of misogyny. All right. Look up the definition of the word and then look it up in practicum. Okay? Donald Trump is not a misogynist. He just appointed a woman to be his chief of staff at the White House. Never done before. Never done before. A misogynist is not going to do that. It's all going to be good old boys club. And calling American men misogynists, you 4Bers and some of you other lefty ladies out there, no, it's untrue. It's a lie. It's garbage. You want me to vote for a woman? I'm very willing to vote for a woman. But you got to give us somebody worth voting for. Who have you put up there so far? You put up Hillary Clinton? Not happening. You put Kamala Harris? Not happening. I would be more than happy to vote for a woman if she had guts. If she could put Vladimir Putin in his place. In other words, we need somebody like a Golda Meir or a Margaret Thatcher. You give me a woman like that, I don't care what party she's from. You got somebody that can handle things and is as wonderful a leader as they were. you're getting my vote. And I'll tell you what, you'll get men's votes too. It's not that us right-wing guys wouldn't vote for her, wouldn't vote for a woman. We would, if she were the best person for the job. The problem is you keep putting these mooks up. We had somebody that could have been the first woman president. Oh, I believe her name was Sarah Palin. Yeah, she was going to start out as the vice president, but she could have been president someday. She put Alaska back on its feet financially, and the only thing that you lefty women could ever concentrate on was, I can see Russia from my front porch. And the fact that Tina Fey did an imitation of Sarah Palin. You see, before you people open your mouths, do a little bit of checking and make some common sense. And here's, don't shave your head. If you're already ugly, don't shave your head and make it worse. If you got face piercings all over the place and you're going to shave your head, you're just going to make yourself look more ridiculous, and nobody's going to want to come near you anyway. If that's offensive to you, don't care. My show. Don't watch again. Don't care. You women on the left need to get your head on straight. You can't vote for somebody simply because of their gender. You have to vote for the best person for the job, and Kamala Harris was not even close. She was not even close to being the best person for the job. In fact, I could tell you, you don't have a Democrat woman who would be the best person for the job. AOC? Oi. She would have lost worse than Harris. At that Iman Omar or whatever her name is from Minnesota. Oi. She's another one. She's a do as I do and not as, or do as I say and not as I do kind of person. You know, so before you open your mouths and you start calling all of us guys misogynists, research what you're doing. You want a lady president, okay, that's fine. But put somebody up there that's worth voting for. Not these mooks that you've been sticking up there. Like I said, you had an opportunity. Sarah Palin could have eventually ended up as president. And she's a smart woman. And you blew it. You blew it. It's your fault. What you're going through right now is your own fault. And guess what? In a republic like this that has Democratic vote, majority votes win, and the majority votes were not going to go for Kamala Harris, who was, she's just something else. You want a woman president? Put somebody up there that can do the job, okay? Put somebody up there like, oh, here's a thought, a Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, I think, would be a very good president, and I would vote for her. In fact, she's the one that I was looking for. But you know what? I'm not disappointed because I know President Trump is going to close down the border. And guess what? The women in our country that are being raped and killed by the criminals coming across the open border is going to stop. Those are Sgt K's thoughts. Again, you don't have to like them. You don't have to ever watch me again. I don't care. My show. You guys have a great and blessed day, and hopefully we'll see you again. And don't forget to go out and wear a jacket. It's cold. Bye.